Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to discuss part one of finesses. One of the biggest errors I see at the bridge table, and this goes on for many, many years. There are people that are experienced bridge players that have played for 20, 30 years and they still don't know what a finesse is. A finesse is wanting to win a card lower than what the opponent holds. And many people don't realize that you cannot put down an honor if you do not have the card behind it. So this is just your principle of finesses. There are certain rules that we have, and the most important one is playing towards our honors, not putting down an honor. You play towards an honor. In other words, if you have the following, and I'm just going to type it in, if you have ace, queen, little, okay, opposite jack, little, 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 you never touch the jack. You don't have the 10. So you play towards the queen. And if it wins a trick, how does the jack ever become a trick? Only if your left-hand opponent has king doubleton. And this is where everyone falls down, the finer points of a finesse. We want to win a card lower than what they hold. So playing a little club or little card to the queen is called a finesse. They've got the king, I want to win the queen. Not holding the 10, never place honors on the table. And this is how we're going to see tonight when we play some of the hands. I'm going to share the screen with you. If there's anything you'd like to ask me before we share about finesses, let me know. Right, we're going to start on hand number one. I'm just going to go back. I was busy discussing a hand. And we're going to count our losers in suit contracts and our winners in no trump, but we've got to look at the following hand, hand number one. We have a 5-card major, so north is going to open 1 heart. Pass by east. And now what is south going to bid on this hand? We have a heart fit. We do not have an opening hand. If we had an opening hand, we would bid 1 spade to hear the opener's rebid. So we have 2 choices. We're either going to bid 2 hearts or 3 hearts. And on this particular hand, we are in the medium range, the 11-12 count range. So we would invite our partner by jumping to 3 hearts. And now you, the opener, are looking at an absolute minimum hand with no singleton and no redeeming features on the shape. One of the worst shapes in bridge. A 5, 3, 3, 2 is not attractive at all. And you should be passing 3 hearts. And that is how you invite. So 2 hearts is minimum range, 6 to a bad 10. 3 hearts is a medium range, 11, 12, or a good 10, or a bad 12. And we're going to get the lead of the ace of diamonds. So we've got to count and look at the losers from the north hand. The longer heart suits in the declarer's hand, so that's the hand we're concerned about, our losers. In the heart suit, we could lose 3 heart tricks or 2 heart tricks, depending on how the hearts divide. The hearts can break 2-2 or 3-1, but we have no idea where all the missing cards are. We're missing the ace, the ace, the queen, the jack, and the 10. So we're not sure how many heart losers. In the spades, we have no losers. In the diamonds, we definitely have 2 diamond losers. And in the clubs, we have no losers. So let's see how we're going to play this hand. Ace of diamonds, and the king of diamonds. We're going to take our 2 tricks while we can. And now, what are we going to switch to? We're going to either switch to a club or we're going to play a spade. So most probably you'll want to play a club. The spades look like they're always going to be there. And I like to leave the 8 of clubs. The 2 of clubs says I have an honor. So by leading second highest, I have no honor. And this is up to partner. Where do you want to win the trick? You want to win it in the dummy. Because we need to learn to play towards our hand. And we have no idea how to play the hearts. None at all. So we play the 7 of hearts. And it goes 10 of hearts. Now we don't know if the hearts are 2-2 or 3-1. We don't know if the ace of hearts is on our right singleton. And the other hand has got queen, jack, and 10 and is splitting their honors. We have no idea what to do. And this is a complete guess what to do on the hand. So you're either going to duck the first trick. Okay. And you lose the queen. Okay. Well, we don't know now if the ace queen is on our right or the ace is on the left. But we've already lost 2 tricks. But we're in 3. So we still are safe. Let's play. They win that trick and they're going to come back. What trick? Another club. And then put up the jack. Okay, you're going to play a spade to the ace. It's very important to play towards your honors. And now we want to play another heart. And they play the jack. Well, quite honestly, if the ace is on your right, it doesn't matter. You were going to lose 2 heart tricks anyway. But if the ace is on your left, what does it cost you by putting up the king? Nothing. You must put up the king. And then you get rewarded. And now all you're going to lose on this hand is the ace of hearts. And you stopped well not to be in a game. Because your suit was very bad and you had no redeeming features. And that's the end of the hand. They can only take 4 tricks. Are there any questions on this hand? When you have 9 and you have the ace and the king, we have no problem. We hope they break 2 and 2 and we play 8 ever, 9 never. Here we have 9, but we're missing all these honor cards. So it will be wrong to put up the king on the first trick. Rather just duck it. You never know if there's an ace, singleton, or whatever it is on the right. You must duck the first trick as a safety play. Putting up the king is just committing, well, whatever it is. Any questions?
Can you go over why South wouldn't bid 1 spade again? Can you repeat?
Why South did not bid 1 spade?
Correct.
Because when you have a limited hand, the quicker you get to show your partner the fit, the better. There are 3 reasons why you never bid a new suit with a limited hand. If you bid a new suit with a limited hand, you give the opponents the opportunity of bidding for leads, of finding sacrifices. But if you bid 3 hearts, they've got no space to come in at any time whatsoever. So it's a very bad policy to bid a new suit with a limited hand. You only bid a new suit when you have an opening hand and you want to hear the openers rebid. Never bid a new suit with a fit. You either bid 2 hearts or 3 hearts. Never bid a new suit. If you don't fit, you got no choice. But when you fit, show it at the first opportunity. Take away the bidding space from the opponents. Not so much on this hand, but there are other hands where they find a sacrifice and where they find their leads. And you're letting them come in. You bid 1 spade, they can come in with clubs or diamonds for a lead. And you don't want to do that. The less they know, the better. Does that help you?
Yes, thank you.
Good. That's a big mistake, by the way, what you asked me. A very big mistake. Everybody thinks they should bid a new suit, not when you have a fit and a limited hand. I've seen that happen many times. They want to describe everything. You know what? I don't tell people anything about my hand. The less they know, the better. All right, we're looking at number 2. Let's look at the bidding. Well, we've got a 5-card major, so we're going to open the bidding with 1 spade. Pass bust off. And now we're also in the medium range. We have 10 high card with a doubleton, which is 11. And therefore, we want to show and invite our partner at the first opportunity. So we're going to bid 3 spades, invitational. Pass. And now we're going to upgrade our 2 doubletons. So we have enough points for a game. We have in this particular have 14 and 2 doubletons are 16, and 16 and 11 is 27. It's enough for a game, and we accept the invitation and we bid 4 spades. And the lead's going to be the top of a sequence, the queen of diamonds. Now, they're not leading away from the ace. So I've said to you all before, never put down an honor in the table unless you can promote a trick in your hand. No matter how many diamonds are in the dummy, never cover. Never cover. If they're 3 diamonds, never cover. If they're 4 diamonds, never cover. Because they are not leading away from an ace. They do not have the ace. Now, before we play, let's look at our losers. We have 2 diamond losers for sure. We have a club loser. But if we have no heart losers and we have a spade loser. So everything depends on the spades breaking. Our hearts, having that extra heart, will never get rid of that club loser because you long in clubs in the dummy. So looking at 2 diamond losers and a club loser, our only hope is the king of spades is on our right. So we're going to play the queen. And they're going to play the jack. They've got the whole sequence. And now they're going to return the queen of clubs, the weak suit on the table. Tell your partner you have the jack. And they take the ace. And you like it. You've got the 8. You give a high card. Don't give the 2. Give them the 8. Tell him you really like that suit. Now we've got to go and pray that the king of spades is working. Little heart. Little heart. Ace of hearts. And now you play a spade. And you pray. Wow. It worked. Now, don't believe that the cards are going to break 2 and 2 because that's against all the percentages. It's only 32%. When you've got an even number missing, 4 cards, they usually break 3 and 1. So don't just bang down the ace. You've got to take out insurance on this hand. Play the 7 of hearts, back to the king, and do another finesse. And there you go. It didn't break 2 and 2, did it? No ways. And now you can draw the last trump. So you don't have to rely on a 2-2 break. You had enough entries in the dummy. And now you're going to make and give them their club trick. Because even though you've got 4 hearts, you cannot get rid of that club. So just give them this club. And then you know you're making the hand. No matter what happens now, you make the hand. And all you take are 3 tricks, everybody. 3 tricks. Any questions? Any questions? I want to reiterate from last week. We discussed the odd-even rule. And it's very important we use this all the time we play, when we are developing suits, when we take finesses. Don't blindly rely on the spades to break 2 and 2, which is only 32%. You needed to get back to that dummy to do another finesse of the king of spades. That was last week's lesson, the odd-even rule. Any questions? Everyone made it, right? I hope. Or unless
No.
they no. You mean they relied on the spades to break 2-2?
We were defense, so I don't know. But yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll get on to hand number 3. Let me look. Okay, so South's going to open 1 spade. And it's going to go pass. And now you have 4 high card points, 3 for a singleton, dummy points. That's 7. And one of the most important things we've learned, especially this vulnerability, you're not vulnerable against vulnerable. It's called the weak freak. 4 spades. It shows a very weak hand, usually 6 to 8 points, and a singleton somewhere. But it guarantees 10 trumps because partner's got 5 and you've got 5. And if you add them together, on the law of total tricks, you've got 10. You should be at the 4 level. You know that you've got no defense against anything they play in. So this is called the weak freak. You don't expect to make it, but you never know what's going to happen. You don't expect to make it. Okay, but you must put 4 spades, everyone. Are there any questions on the weak freak? Anybody?
Yes, Linda, if you didn't have a singleton, would you still bid the weak freak?
Yes, because of the vulnerability. If I was vulnerable and they were not vulnerable, I will make a bid of 2 spades or I'll pass. But the vulnerability is very enticing to do it anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. So now we're going to get the lead, obviously, of the Queen of Clubs. It's the top of a sequence. Of course, without a club lead, you would have had an easy ride because you've got diamonds to throw away your losing clubs. But anyway, they led a club. So let's look at the losers. In the spade suit, we have none. In the hearts, everything depends where the ace is located. If the ace is under the king will become a trick. If the ace is over the king, we've got 2 heart losers, 1 club loser for sure, and 1 diamond loser. So how do we take and play our cards? It's called an obligatory finesse. I am obliged to play towards my honor. So let's see how we go. And you win the ace. And you're going to play the ace of spades. And if the people are tired and they've played a lot and they're half asleep, you can try and sneak in the trick. Don't play the king. Don't play the queen. They might duck the ace and then you'll be in 7th heaven. So that's what could happen. They could duck the ace. If you want someone not to take a trick, why don't you just play the jack? Because they don't know where the king and the queen is, and they may duck that ace and think, oh, well, their partner will get in. I don't have to take the ace of diamonds. And you're going to win this trick. But if they're awake, they should take it no matter what. Now, without a club lead, I could have used my king, queen of diamonds to throw my 6-5 of clubs away. But it's not going to happen now. And you're going to trump it. So now you have the king, queen of diamonds, which is, it's fine. But if you look at your hand, yours is the master hand. It doesn't matter how many hearts are in the dummy. The king, queen of diamonds is never going to get rid of my hearts. So you can play them for fun, just because you feel like practicing. And you'll play the queen. You can ruff it for fun. But anyway, doesn't matter. Play the heart. And now you're going to cross over with the trump, because you need to go over with the trump to the dummy. This is called an obligatory finesse. How am I going to make the king a trick? The only way that king will become a trick is to play towards your honor and pray that the right-hand opponent has the ace of hearts and that the ace is under the king and not over the king. And just put it up and pray, and it worked. Second hand low. They're not going to fly in with the ace. They're flying with the ace, there's no discussion. And that is how you'll make the king, and you'll give them another heart. So if they don't lead a club, you're going to make a lot more tricks on this hand. Otherwise, you're only going to lose 3 tricks. Any questions on this hand? The weak free. You didn't expect to make it, mind you. Never. Never did we expect it. There are many times you're going to make a contract the other way vulnerable. So it keeps you out from getting there by bidding 4 spades. Sometimes you've got a much better hand than this the opponents have, and you can go down 1 or 2, okay, and they can make a game vulnerable, and it's a very good score. This one happened to work because South has a lot of extra points for you. Any questions? Any question? No? Okay. Remember, if you have an opening hand, you go very slowly. The stronger you are, the slower we go. All right, let's look at this hand. We have a 5-card major. We're unbalanced. We're opening 1 heart. And now you actually have to look at this hand and say to yourself, okay, you have an opening hand opposite an opening hand. This is an opening hand. Now, over here, you definitely must bid 1 spade, even if it's a 4-card suit. 1 spade. Why do we bid 1 spade? Because you want to hear the opener's rebid. The opener's rebid is everything in this game. If partner went to 2-no trump, showing 18-19, you may have a slam. You don't know, but you want to wait and hear. Remember the principle of this game. The opener describes and the responder decides. The opener shows and tells, and the responder asks and listens. And now we bid 2 clubs. Partner, I have 12 to 17 points, and I have 5 hearts and 4 clubs. I'm unbalanced. And you don't have much more than an opening hand, so you should now go straight to 4 hearts and call it a day. And now you've settled on hearts, because you know you have an 8-card major suit fit. Any questions on the bidding? Any questions on the bidding? Even if that was a 4-card spade suit, you would still bid 1 spade up the ladder to wait
Linda?
and hear the opener's rebid.
Linda,
Yes.
I think on our table, West was the first bidder, not East.
Ha.
I don't know. What I'm trying to figure out.
On our table, West was the first bidder as well.
Oh.
So West
But
opened
West,
1
you know what?
spade.
If I look at the sheet, it said East deals.
Right.
So what happened was, okay, it didn't. What happens is when you play on BBO, 1 is North the dealer, 2 is East the dealer, 3 is South the dealer, and 4 is West the dealer. And this did not change when we put this together. And it didn't change it to the dealer being we needed to change it. And maybe that was a mistake when we put the hand in. We forgot to change the dealer from West to East. That's what happened. Because it automatically takes it around. First is North, second is East, third is South, and 4th is West. That's why it happened that way. So let's look at it from that point of view, okay? If West was the dealer and they opened 1 spade, they're going to bid 2 hearts, right? We're going to bid 2 hearts, and you'll bid 3 hearts. Partner, I've got 3 hearts with you, and then you'll go 4 hearts. And we'll still get to the same contract. How did your bidding go? How did your bidding go? 1 spade? 2 hearts?
Stopped at West stopped at 3 hearts.
We
two
got to
no
4
trump.
hearts.
Okay, but the minute East bids 2 hearts, it's a guaranteed 5-card suit, and you know you have an 8-card fit. So you bid 3 hearts to tell partner we've got 8 hearts between me, and I have a minimum opening hand. And then East has got 2 doubletons and bids 4 hearts. We can't stop short of game. We've got 2 opening hands opposite each other.
Our table did.
So Linda,
What
in our case, we did, East did 1 spade. Sorry, West did 1 spade, East did 1 heart, and then East came back and did 2 no trump. Because they weren't sure.
We never, ever deny a fit with a fit. And that is why I said when all of you were sitting here when I was having a discussion, it is very important to not deny a fit, because when you deny a fit, the respondent cannot upgrade her hand, and therefore things change. When you have a fit, you can upgrade and you can get to better contracts. But if you deny the fit, which categorically denies a hard fit, it's wrong to bid 2 no trump. It's 100% wrong to bid 2 no trump, because you know you have an 8-card major suit fit.
So a bit of a major after a major is a guaranteed 5-card.
Always. Not allowed to bid it if it's 4. If we had to take that 1 heart away, we are not allowed to bid a 4-card heart suit over 1 spade. And I'm going to show you this again. I'm going to share the screen with you in the chat. I'm going to show you this because I put this on the table every time we play bridge. I'm going to give you a hand in order, okay? And you have the following. Ace, I'm just giving it to you in order. Spades, King, Queen, 9, 8, hearts, Queen, 8, 7 in diamonds, okay? And King, 6, 5 in clubs. Your partner opens 1 spade. I'm going to give this hand to you so you can all look at it in the chat. You got 14 points. What do we bid? It's a problem. And I need to show you the problem now, because this is how you overcome the problem. That's why 2 hearts guarantees a 5-card suit. You cannot bid 2 hearts on a 4-card suit. Here is the same situation related to what you just asked me. How do I tell my partner that I've got this good hand and a spade fit? I can't bid 2 hearts because I promised 5. So you manufacture a bid, and all you bid on this hand is 2 clubs. Partner, I have 11 points. You bid your cheapest 3-card minor, because you know we have a 8-card major suit fit in spades. You know that. But you bid 2 clubs just to hear the opener's rebid. The opener's rebid is everything in this game. Bridge is very easy if we would only learn to describe and listen. I really found it very easy once you all learn the logic. Why? You cannot bid 2 hearts on a 4-card heart suit. So you bid 2 clubs. You're the captain. You're in charge. He describes and you decide. He shows and tells and you ask and listen. We have no problem. Now, if partner bids 2 diamonds, you'll bid 4 spades. If partner bids 2 hearts, you'll bid 4 hearts. And that's how we describe that hand. So when hand number 4 bids 2 hearts over 1 spade, it's a guaranteed 5-card heart suit, never a 4-card suit, everybody. You would have to bid your lowest 3-card minor if you have no suit to bid. Is that okay?
Clears it up phenomenally. Thank you.
That clarifies everything. You're the responder and you're the captain. You know where you're going. So you put a minor. No one gets excited with minors in this game. Nobody. We're only interested in majors or no trump. Remember that. So that's our main priority. All right, we're going to play the
I
hand.
have a question, Linda.
Yes, sure.
Because previously we found a fit and we just stayed in that suit when we found a fit. But when you were describing this hand, say East is the opener, pretend that,
Yeah.
and East, if East were to open one heart, then why would West say one spade?
All right, I made a statement earlier on that if you have an opening hand, we go very slowly. The only time you show the fit with a fit, I said it tonight, there are only 2 times you show a fit with a fit. That is when your hand is limited. 6 to 9 or 10, 11. Because the hand is not limited and it's an opening hand, we go slowly to hear the opener's rebid. On the other hands tonight, we showed the fit with a limited hand. We do not bid a new suit. We only bid the new suit when we've got an opening hand to hear the opener's rebid.
Thank you.
The other hands, we did not have an opening hand. So my words were limited hand or weak hand, we show the fit immediately. We do not bid a new suit. But when you have an opening hand, we bid a new suit to hear the opener's rebid. And
But
that's how we do it.
How many, but you have to have the 4 spades, 1 heart for this, when West says 1 spade, West
You
would
could have 4. You can have 4.
Can have 4.
Of course, because we bid up the ladder. We bid up the ladder. It doesn't promise 5. Responder promises only 4. And when responder, if you look at the hand in the chat, when you bid 2 clubs, you usually promise 4 clubs, but you're lying a little bit. And you have to lie a little bit. If I was playing face to face, I would take a black card with a black card and pretend, you know, or take a red card with a red card and pretend on the table. You just pretend you got another card, but you can't bid anything else but 2 clubs on the hand in the chat. Just to hear the opener's rebid. You can't go 4 spades, it's a weak freak. You can't go 2 hearts, it shows 5. So when you can't do these things, that's how we overcome this problem. You just go slowly, you're the captain, and you in charge, okay? You the responder. So on this hand, I'm too good to bid 2 hearts. I'm too good to bid 3 hearts. I cannot bid 4 hearts because that's the weak freak. And that's why we have to do what we've got to do, okay? All right, we're going to get the lead of the Queen of Diamonds. And once again, I've said to you before, never cover. One day, the right hand might have an ace doubleton or a singleton and the king becomes a trick. So never cover. Looking at the losers, let's talk about them. In the diamond suit, we have 2 losers. In the club suit, we have 1, that's 3. In the spade suit, which is the master hand, everybody? The one with the long trumps. We may have a heart loser. The only way we'll be able to hope we're not going to lose a heart is to take a finesse. We're missing the queen, we're missing the 10. There's only one line of play, and that is to play it this way. Watch. We need to get to dummy with the king of hearts. That is our main priority at this stage. We need to draw the children off the streets. 5 of hearts to the hard card from the short side first. Why? Because we need to take what's called a finesse. I'm missing the queen, I'm missing the 10. My only hope is that the queen is under the jack and not over the jack in the south hand. We play back the 7, they play the 9, and you pray that the queen is under the jack, and it is. And now you lose no more heart tricks. That is called a finesse. Now, if you had 9 cards, everybody, we would lay down the ace and the king. You've heard that saying, 8 ever, 9 never. Well, if you had 9 between you, you wouldn't be looking for a queen. You would play the ace, you'd play the king, and you hope they drop 2 and 2. But we had 8. So with 8, we have to take a finesse, everybody. And then all you need to do is give up the ace of clubs to the high card from the short side to unblock. And then you'll come back and make sure you play to the high card from the short side first. And that's it. And now you've made the contract. You've lost 2 diamonds and 1 club and had to pray that the Queen of Hearts was on your right, under the jack, not over the jack. And there were 8 cards, so we have to take a finesse. With 9, 8 ever, 9 never. Okay? Any questions? Any more questions on finesses?
Nope.
No? Okay. Any other hands to talk about tonight? So we're going to finish some more for on Thursday night, some more finesses. So we'll do that Thursday. But in the meantime, I'm here to answer any questions on any other hands that you'd like to know, the bidding or the play.
Can you do the bidding on hand 7?
Hand 7. Okay. Bidding's always the problem.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Always. I don't know why, but it just is. Okay, let's have a look at it. Always a problem. Okay. Pass by south. 1 diamond by west. Pass by north. And now we bid up the bidding ladder. 1 heart by east. Pass by south. 1 spade by west, up the bidding ladder. And now on this auction, I would bid 1 no trump, pass by north, and I would bid 1 no trump to show that I have 6 to 10.
Oh.
I have no fit. I have no fit at all. I have no fit at all. And the bidding should die at 1 no trump. I think that should be the right contract. How is your bidding in this hand?
2 no trump by east down 2.
Well, how would we get there?
Maybe north bid.
West bid 1 no trump.
How can West bid 1 no trump when they have to bid a spade and they've got a singleton?
That's what they did.
They buried the spade suit and bid a no trump with a singleton, and one day partner's got 4 hearts and 4 spades and they've missed 4 spades. Oh, I can't do that. I have to bid my shape. And I have a singleton. There's no ways I'm playing in 1 no. Now, if they're playing in 1 no and you've got 10 points, I've got news for you. 10 points and 14 points does not make a game. I would be passing 1 no trump as fast as I can. I would never be bidding again, because with 10 points and 14 maximum is only 24. I would never be bidding on the east hand. Never. 2 no trump, yes. With a good 11, I would bid 2 no in case partner's got 14. But 1 no, I'm never bidding. I would be playing in 1 no. Any other questions?
So Linda, to clarify, you always want to find an 8-card fit.
Always. That's our main priority, is to look for that 8-card major suit fit. Always. Many a time that the East hand could have had 4 hearts and 4 spades. I will never bury a 4-card major. We bid up the ladder in this auction. There is one time I do it, but I know when it is. I will tell you another time when the hands are related to that. But this one, without a doubt, 1 spade. I'm unbalanced. How can I bid a no trump? I haven't even got a club stopper. I haven't even got a club stopper. Why would I ever want to bid a no trump with a singleton and an unstopped club suit? I want to show my shape, and I like to bid a spade. Nothing wrong with bidding a spade. Nothing. Okay? Any other questions? Any other hands?
Can you go over hand 6?
Hand number 6? Sure. With pleasure. Okay. You want to do the bidding, right?
Right.
We're doing the
Yes.
bidding on hand number 6. All right. 7 and 3 10s 11. Okay. Well, this has a good rebid. We have 2.5 defensive tricks. So on this particular hand, I might have 11 points, but I do have a rebid. So I'm going to open the hand 1 diamond by east. Pass by south. 1 spade by west. Pass by north. And now this is where I have a huge problem with everybody. When I have an unbalanced hand and a minimum hand, I will never bid 2 clubs. I will always bid 2 spades. And let me tell you why. Everything I tell you has a reason. And people don't understand that my 2 spades does not promise 4 spades. When I have a limited hand, if I bid 2 clubs over 1 spade, I could have anything from 12 to 17 high card points. So before they get a chance to come in and show me hearts or clubs, I want to take away all the bidding space, and I want to limit my hand at the first opportunity by bidding 2 spades and telling my partner, I am weak, but I don't promise 4 spades. To bid 2 clubs leaves a big range. Now, if I had 15 points and that hand, I would bid 2 clubs. And then I would bid spades because I'm much better. Now you just bid 2 spades. And now they're going to go 4 spades. And that's how the bidding should go. What happened in the bidding? It's important that I know how you bid the hand because this can get a little bit out of sorts. Let's see what happened.
Linda, I passed in the east. I didn't open 1 diamond.
I want you to open for the choice is that you have your 2.5 defensive tricks in a rebid. The quicker you get your lead in, the better. You might not get it in later, you're vulnerable. So as long as I have ace king and an outside king, that's 2.5 defensive tricks. Also, there is a thing called the rule of 20. I don't know if you've heard of the rule of 20, but you're supposed to add your high card points and the length of the 2 longest suits together. And if it adds up to 20, you can open the bidding.
Okay.
So if we took the 11 points and we took 9 cards, we've got 5 diamonds and 4 clubs are 9 cards, plus 11, that gives us 20. We will open the auction. Now, it's very important that your points are in the 2 suits, that you have your 2.5 defensive tricks. So this is a perfect rule of 20. But I would not open if my singleton was the king of hearts. I mean, king of clubs. I wouldn't open. And you've got to look at your cards, if they're working cards. And this is a perfect rule of 20. You add up the high card points of the two and the length of the two longest suits, and if it adds up to 20, and 2.5 defensive tricks. They call it the rule of 22. You
Thank
open
you.
this auction, okay?
Thank you.
All right, what did you all get to on this hand that you wanted the bidding?
Well, we got to 4 spades, but I did a no-no, which was I trumped in my long suit.
Oh, no, never, never, never,
I
never.
know, and I went down. So I just also wanted to know how I should have played it.
Well, you're going to lead the ace of hearts. And when they see that, they should play a trump immediately to stop you from ruffing hearts. They should play a trump immediately to stop you from ruffing hearts. You cannot draw trumps and then take a diamond finesse. You can lose 3 heart tricks. So what I would do is I'd leave the ace of hearts. I would play back a spade. You win the spade in your hand. And you now play a diamond to the jack. Now they can't shorten you with the trumps, the hearts. Whatever they do after that, you can draw trumps and you can throw your losers on the diamonds. And now you can make the rest of the hand. You're going to lose 1 heart, 1 club, and 1 diamond. Do you want me to play it for you? Do you see what I'm saying?
No,
Look.
yes, I see it.
Ace of hearts. And you stop. You're not going to let them trump their hearts. You're going to come back a spade.
Excuse me.
And they win it. Now you can't draw the children off the streets because you've got 3 heart losers. Your main priority is to hope that the diamond finesse works while you have trumps in the dummy. So to keep control, the right play now is to play a diamond to the jack. And when that diamond holds, you have an 8-card fit. You got to hope that the diamonds come in and you will be in total control of this whole hand. So once the diamonds come in, all right, you can now draw the trumps because you need an entry back to your hand. I'd like to ruff a heart, but I can't get back to my hand to draw the trumps. So now you've got to rely on the diamonds to help you. So if you want to play the queen of spades, you can do that. My other choice, I'm going to go back 1 moment, just back 1 moment. When I hold the jack of diamonds, okay, how many discards am I going to get? I'm going to play a club to the jack to open up my communication. They're going to play the queen. And they're going to come back a trump. Now you're in better control because now you can still get your hand to ruff a club. So now I would take a heart and I would ruff a heart. And now I can ruff a club. And now I can draw the last child running around. And now I'm going to rely on the diamonds. So let's hope that all the trumps are gone. And now we go for the diamonds. And now I can throw all my hearts away on the 2 diamonds. And now I'm going to make 11 tricks. And that's how you make 11. You can make 10, but if you don't get out that club, you can't get backwards and forwards. I mean to play this, sorry. I meant to play the 7 of diamonds and throw my other heart away. And now we make 11 tricks. Okay? And that's how you play this hand. You've got to have communication in order to ruff one heart. So just give up the club and then you can get back. Any questions? Easy, right? When you see me do it's easy, right?
Correct.
Much easier, right? Otherwise, I can't ruff a heart. I've got to give up that club so I can ruff a heart. So when my diamond works, I'm giving up that club so I can ruff just one heart and I'll make 11. Okay? All right. Anything else tonight, everybody? Otherwise, I will say good night and I'll see you on Thursday. Any other questions before we retire?
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. I'm going to stop sharing and good luck, everyone. And I'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you.
And have a good time.